Pues vamos a decir saluta mientras viene mi amigo el lagartijo. A ver si se le ocurre venir a mi amigo el lagartijo. Mi amigo el lagartijo. Soy un famoso. Saluta. ¿Dónde estará mi amigo el lagartijo? ¿Dónde? Hablando de mi amigo el lagartijo. Pues pinche madre. Pero bueno, hoy sí estuvo bien. Hoy sí estuvo bien ligero el día. Bastante ligero, bastante tranquilo. Bueno, hoy a gusto. ¿Qué? Ni siquiera hay Comanche. Es que es martes, por eso es mi día de descanso. En el que no hay casi nada. Nada. No. Por eso yo estuve aquí. Titirit, titirit, titirit. John Wick Shilopostli. No. Los vuelos de Tijuana a Sinaloa en estos momentos. Chale. Ay, el lagartijo, la foto de mi amigo el lagartijo. Esa es la foto de mi amigo el lagartijo. Este güey está más loco. Vamos a ver qué tienen, qué ha publicado mi amigo el lagartijo. Videos de YouTube. No, hombre, se avienta unas el lagartijo épicas. Y mucho Linux. Manjaro. Está probando el manjaro con XFCE. Le gusta Linux. Vulkan Sistema PC. Usando el Slacker Linux. Instalé en el PC el sistema. Muy bien. No sé si la pantalla como que está muy pequeñita, chavalín. No, no vas a caber tres rectángulos de. No, sí, cupona. Ya ni yo. Dice Lagartijo, mi PC, estoy usando Slacker Linux. Eso ya los he usado todos, cabrón. Kali Linux, Fedora 40. Y ahí está el lagartijo con mi ley. Pinche lagartijo, cabrón. Se da. No, y tiene videos, ahí sale. Sí, güey, el lagartijo es amigo de mi ley. Ahí está su foto. Yo he visto, me han enseñado videos donde salen ahí chusqueando las dos lobas. Y le dice, te regalo mi bandera. El lagartijo con el presidente de Argentina, Milei. ¿Quién iba a pensar? Chis Linux. A ver. Este güey se prueba todas las distribuciones de Linux. Su madre. Free Spire. A la verga. Free Spire. Free Spire 10. Linux. Uy, Linux. Linux Mint. No mames. Usando Linux Mint. ¿Este qué es? Void Linux. Ah, está chido. Void Linux. Y su amigo el Canos. Era el Arco Linux. Ay, güey, de Panteón. Ese es Arch Linux. Y este es Arco. Ay, qué lagartijo tan loco, hombre. Amigo lagartijo. Ese lagartijo. Muajajajaja, qué buen chiste. Quiero otro chupito. Te, tere, te, tere, tere, te, terere. Casa franciscana. Camarones ya comí. Muchos. Hace rato. Salud. Saluda. Ay, pues, qué rico. Qué rico y delicioso y sabroso. ¿Quién anda por aquí? Está la Clau Mercury. No lo sé, la Clau Mercury está rara. Claudia Mercury está bien rara. Bueno, en vista de que no hay nada. Música Bill Gates. Estamos aquí chupando, güey. ¿Qué es esto? Gris Pencil. Este es Gris Pencil. Oye, esta es una muy buena idea, ¿eh? Esta es una idea bastante buena, güey. Esta idea es bastante buena, güey. Sí, sí requería de recursos como, por ejemplo, un buen imitador de voces. No, sí sale, güey, sí saldría este proyecto. Y ese lo trae mi compa, el Humpty Bumpty. Es compilla mío. Me voy a decir que qué pedo. ¿De qué va? ¿Tú de qué vas? Ese güey trae Ubuntu. Ese güey le instaló Ubuntu. ¿O qué es? ¿Mint? Ah, es Linux Mint, güey. Linux Mint, pero con escritorio mate, güey. ¿O no? ¿Cuál? Unity. Yo no sabía que había un Linux Mint con escritorio Unity. Este se ve bien raro, güey. Como que no tiene sentido, ¿no? O sea, si se supone que Linux Mint trae de default el escritorio Cinnamon, el Cinnamon y obviamente el Genome. No, no trae Genome, ¿ah? No, güey, no trae GNOME, no trae GNOME, el GNOME no trae escritorio GNOME, trae el Cinnamon, el... Chinga, a ver, vamos a ver, güey, Linux Mint, ¿cuál está? ¿Cuáles trae? Trae el Cinnamon, que es el canela. Trae el mate, el XFCE y el Cinnamon Edge, que es lo mismo que el Cinnamon. Sí, pero eso no corre. Yo no lo he visto con Genome, Linux Mint con Genome. Nah, y este es Linux Mint con Unity. Qué raro. Se lo instalaría manual. Pero sí es posible. El Cinnamon. Y esto nunca se alivianó. Nunca cargó este video hediondo. Ni esto tampoco. ¡Wow! Tu, tu, tu. Es la pituitaria. La pituitaria. La pituitaria. Vamos a dar un rol acá con los youtubers. A ver qué están produciendo. Ok. Siempre los martes es el día que menos se produce. Ah, el sofoque, güey. Bart Simpson en el sofoque. En el sofoque. ¿Y dónde está mi amigo el lagartijo? ¿Dónde está mi amigo el lagartijo? ¿Dónde? No está mi amigo el lagartijo. Ah, qué lagartijo, hombre. A rato viene el lagartijo. Porque luego se aparece. El lagartijo. Voy por agua mineralata. aguas, mi mera. Vamos a ver si está el... Ándale, ya te vi, gato. Aquí abajo. ¿Dónde está mi amigo lagartijo? Lagartijo. ¿Dónde está mi amigo el lagartijo? Me ando sintiendo mal, güey. El lagartijo. Hay que poner unas rolitas acá, güey. De peso pumba. De pequeño musical. A ver si pequeño musical. ¿A poco hay algo que? Ah, es banda pequeños musical. Con razón yo escuchaba que decían que banda los pequeños musical. Puras tonteras. A ver aquí cómo voy. Ah, ok, ¿saben qué, mucho? Me voy a aventar un tiro. Vámonos. Hay musicata. Su pinche madre. Vamos a seguir chupándole que. Pero voy a tener que bajarle con mate. Mate, compis. Ay, qué rico. Más.
Welcome back to another overview tutorial. In this video, I'll be showing you basic animation. It's going to help us learn about levels in different drawings, different levels, and how those drawings interact with text. It's really important to understand. Once you wrap your head around it, hopefully it just becomes much more usable and you get a lot less frustrated. So to get started, let's put the brush tool. I'm going to call your attention to this levels right now. So it says no current level. What we do before we really do anything, we should always just create a level. We should get the habit of going file, new level. But I want to show you that if you don't do that, it's really easy to accidentally create a level because if we just start drawing here, we just accidentally or maybe intentionally, we just created a level called level B. So level B now has one drawing, there's this drawing of this circle, and we can drop down and select and toggle between whether we're in no level or B. So we can select any level here. Oh, this is a good time to point out too. If we just click on our drawing, so not our timeline, but our drawing, it shows just what we have drawn. It shows only what we've drawn or what we've imported in this level. So that's why we're not seeing the white background. We're not seeing the dotted line here that says camera 1. We didn't draw camera 1. We didn't draw this red dotted line. We didn't do this red X in the center of the canvas. So if we want to see just what we have drawn, we just click here. And since it's vector, it doesn't matter where it is or how large it is. I'm zooming in now with my scroll wheel to kind of do this. It doesn't really matter. And so if we want to draw something else, the way these levels work, if I click down here, I have a new blank canvas, sort of. I can just click and I can draw something. Maybe I want to have like a tree happening in my animation. So I can just start to draw like a tree here that I want to be able to use in my background. Okay, cool. And I come down and click down here on a new drawing under my level. And don't confuse the drawings here with what's happening in the timeline. There's no order, there's no sequential anything happening here. It's just a drawing. So this is a cloud that I'm going to have as part of my scene. And then maybe I want to have some, sort of some mountains like this, with like a hill happening here as my main part of my scene. And then I'll work all this stuff in a minute here to actually be in the frame. So let's just say I have those things. What else? Which is kind of nice to have. Let's click here. Let's do like the sun. And again, I'm not paying any attention to how large this is or where it is because we can change all of that later. But now I have a couple different drawing things here. They're all sort of different sizes and just sort of randomly floating here in space. And if I want to see what they look like relative to my frame, I can actually put them in a frame. So right now I only have one drawing in my frame. drawing 1 is in frame 1. And so that's why it's showing this border, it's showing the extents of what we'll see when we actually render it out. And we have this circle here. If we want to see the tree instead in frame 1, we can double click, just type in 2 and enter. Now we see that the tree is there. If we want to see the cloud, we double click and 3. So what this is telling us is in frame 1 right now, we are showing from level B drawing number 3, which is a cloud. If I want to do drawing number 5, I can just double click, type 5 and enter. Now we're seeing from level B, we're seeing drawing number 5. And so let's say we want to do, let's actually do this number 4. Double click 4. So I want to have this be the main part, and it's sort of not exactly where I want it to be more centered. So we can move this by clicking here on this animate tool. And this is a tool we're going to use quite a bit. So we'll click on that, and right now we can change, by default its position, we can change lots of things, size, rotation. So let's just do position, and then we can click on the center part, we can move it to here. And if we needed to, we could scale it a little bit as well. Be a different size. So I'll just scale it just so that the edges of this barely go outside of the canvas. That's pretty good. And maybe I will actually move it down, go back to the animate tool, and we'll move it. So notice I'm actually moving the drawing. Imagine this drawing is drawn on top of a plastic, clear sheet of paper. And so we could have come in here and selected the whole thing and then tried to resize it, but I didn't do that. That's not the way I want to do it. We could have moved it and resized it, and if we actually do that, now it's going to mess it up in our frame over here. And that's why instead of changing the actual drawing, I just use the animate tool to change where the drawing is located in our animation. Does that make sense? I think it will in a second here. Let's bring in the sun. We want the sun to be also in line with this, so we'll put it in column 2. We'll left click the sun, and we'll drag it over to column 2, frame 1. So now it's overlapping. It looks kind of weird now, but we can actually go to scale. We can change the size. Oops, Control Z. I was accidentally on the wrong one. So now we can change the size of the sun. We'll put it here. We can change the position of it. We'll move the sun over there. Now we want a cloud or a couple of clouds. We just left click on the cloud drawing, drag it over to column 3. The reason we're not putting it in column 1, we could put it down in column 1, then we'll just see the cloud all by itself. The way the columns work in the X sheet is everything horizontally gets overlapped on top of each other. We'll that one just, and then we'll go back to this cloud, resize it. So we go to scale using the animate tool, and then we just left click and go in towards the center of it and scale it. That's what we're doing. And we change this to position and move it around. What's nice about this is we can have a cloud off to the side here. We can scroll over column 4. Oh, and if you just click on column 4 like I just did, you notice our level strip goes away and says there's no current level. So to get back to the drawings in our level B, we just go to this drop down and go to B, and we can see our drawings. We can choose. Maybe I want to bring in the cloud again. We'll left click the cloud and bring it in. So now I have the cloud again, but now I'm just looking at the drawing, whatever I have selected. If I want to look at what's happening in frame 1 of our animation, I can click over here. And now I can actually scale this. I hope this is making sense. I think it probably is. And so we can put this cloud, and maybe we want to change this down, have this cloud be maybe even smaller. And have it be like here.
Go to motionarray.com to add text to your video, and that.
Fire, smoke, duty.
Okay. So then what we can do is we have this scene here that'll look pretty nice. We could go in and color it too and do all kinds of things. I'm just keeping it basic right now. We have this scene that we could use, and now we could actually draw. We could do, let's go File, New Level, and call this Person. If we want to animate a person on top of this, well, now we're working in New Level Person. We have a blank drawing, and then put this person over here in column 5. So we have all these columns now that are just overlapping on top of each other. So now we can actually draw as if he's here on this scene. We can draw a person in here. And now whatever we do with this person will happen independently of every other object on this scene. Does that make sense? So if we want to, if we go down to frame 2 now, everything disappears, everything. We can draw the second frame of what this person is going to see. If we do onion skin, we can see, we can like redraw this person and have them start to do something different. But if we want to see, if we want the background to still be there and be the same, what we have to do, we decide to do this so we can see more of these columns. We select, hold down Shift, and select all 4 of these, and there's little gray handle here. We can just drag this down. And so as far as we drag it down, it'll just stay constant. So now we have this happening, and the background is all staying the same. So now we can just go ahead and keep drawing our person right here. Just go down and just keep drawing. This is if we're doing frame by frame. And then pretty soon here, I'll show you a way that we can automatically move some of these objects. And again, the nice part about this is if ever we change something, like if we don't like the way the sun's looking, we can go in and make a change to it real quick by just clicking on the actual drawing of the sun, turn off like this again, and then we can go in and we can just change, grab the eraser, and change our part of this drawing to be different, and then it will the sun have that change now on every frame of animation. Now I'm going to drag this just so we can see just that part of the animation I just did there. Let's play back. Now we have a little bit of animation happening here with just the character and the background is staying the same. And you might be wondering, like, why did I do that? I could have just drawn all of these on the same drawing if they're going to stay the same anyway. And that's because we don't have to have them stay the same. We could actually move these. In the next video, we're going to talk more about doing automated animations and having like these clouds move across the sky by themselves without having to redraw them every time. So thanks for watching. Hopefully you found it informative. Go ahead and leave your comments and questions below, and I look forward to seeing you again.
I love Envato Elements because it is a one-stop shop for me as a content creator, so I can create videos in a shorter amount of time.
Welcome back to another overview tutorial. In this video, we're going to be looking at interpolation, which is the way our object moves. So if we're driving across the screen here like this brush, we can either have it be at constant speed the whole time, or we can have it slowly, we get a speed, we gain momentum, and then go quickly, and then slow down again. There's some different options that we're going to be looking at. Go to the animation tab here, interpolation function editor. To get started, I'm just going to change this. I'm going to stay in the animation tab. I'm just going to scale down this chart. Oh, by the way, this chart I got from Survey. Survey.com. I'll include a link in the description. Appreciate this Shoda FN84 for sharing this artwork with us. Here's some more video content required. It's free download, so download it in PNG if you want to follow along. I'm going to scale it first of all. We'll scale it down to about this size. So the position on the animation tool. So that's here. We're going to frame one of our animations, column 1. I'm going to click on column 1 and go Control C to copy it. And go to column 2, go Control V. Column 3, Control V. We actually want 3 of these. And then we'll grab the third one and put it down here. We'll grab the second one and put it here. Because what I want to do is move these, have all 3 drive across. It will change the interpolation, change the way they animate, even though they're going from the same frame. By holding down Shift, put the first one, hold down Shift, and put the third column, where you drag this handle here straight. Nice. Maybe 100 frames. Now we have 100 frames. We play it, nothing happens, so nothing's moving, but it's just playing these frames over and over again 100 times. We'll take the first one, we'll go down to 100, and we'll move it to so it should have it right across, very good. We'll do the same thing to get it to the front. We get that one, that's here, we'll try to get to that. We get one. Perfect. Okay. So now these all just drive almost like as if they're tied together. They're doing the same thing, but they are doing it. So if you notice while this is playing, this function editor, look, it's actually scrolling down too. So kind of whatever is happening in our XC, in our timeline, is also happening in this function editor. So there, it actually has corresponding frames. You can click on 21, corresponds to 21 over here. If you click on it in the function editor, it takes us there in our XC. And I'm going to adjust this a little bit so we can see it a little bit better. When we start drawing a little smaller, we can see our function editor bigger. I'm in the animation tab. If you were in the basics tab, you can also bring up the function editor a couple ways. So the easiest way is to double click on it. If you have a keyframe, double click on that key and it brings up the function editor in a separate window. Then we can change the interpolation. We can look at different things in our file structure here. So let's go back to the animation and we'll do it this way. So we talked a little bit about the space schematic. We have our table, we have our camera, and our different columns. These are also represented over here. So our column 1 is this. If we open up column 1, we talked a little bit about this. We have our east and west, north and south. We have the scale. So we have the rotation. So nothing's set right now. I didn't rotate these, so there's no data set for rotation under column 1. But we do have east and west and north and south. Very, very slight north and south. Which I don't really even want any. I can just select everything besides the initial one. Now everything's deleted, so it's just saying one thing, one function. So now it'll still play basically the same. Well, to change the interpolation, right now they're not really going. If you were trying to do like a loop or something, you might know that it might be kind of weird for you because it's doing this. We click on the column 1 and see what it is. It's actually doing. It says constant here, but what it's really doing is speed in, speed out. So we can click down here and see these are all doing speed in, speed out. You see, so we can actually change that to linear. Apply. So we do drop down, so take anything else, we apply. And now that top one's going to play distribution the rest of it. So it's moving now at a constant speed, the top animation, where the other two are doing speed in and speed out. That means let's go to column 2 now. So we come over here and just collapse that and then expand column 2. Go to our east-west. It brings that in here as well. So now we're looking at column 2. And if you get confused too, the column 1 is still up over here. We could make changes to it. So we should be careful about that, not do that. So we have column 2. And the same thing for column 2. We'll click on the east and west. And we'll change the interpolation to let's do ease in, ease out percent. 33, 33, we'll do that. That's going to be very similar to what it was before. We'll apply and play and see what that does. And similar but a little bit different still. We can change it. So we can have the ease in be something like very high, like 93%, and the ease out be something like 3%. That means it's going to slowly build up speed and apply. So again, it's going to quickly kind of slam on its brakes. So it's way behind the rest. And it almost doesn't stop at all. We would change it to maybe 9%. Sometimes it slows down a little bit before the end. And again, the end is just the frame that we set it at. So we can add in or have it slow down or stop and then speed up again. So play with your different interpolation options and just be aware that they are there. And if by default, you're going to do a speed in, speed out to make things look very smooth. But just know that if you're doing like a looping animation, there's times when linear is going to be a much better fit than makes it look a lot like lopsided. So just know those options are there and play with them. If you have any comments or suggestions or things that work for you, I'm always open to learning more about how to play with interpolation. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Welcome back to another look tutorial in this video. Creating animated background based off of on file by UCJ, the Printed and Printed Part. Free for use on required to download this. I can download the vector that you and actually what that is the file right here. I'll show you. I do a little bit of modification before bringing it in. So what I did is just took it, I just control shift G to unmove it. That way I can have a separate background. So I exported this as a separate rectangle. I moved it. And then these are also all separate. They're all together. So I want them separate. So I control shift G. That way you can kind of separate. And really, these are kind of the same thing anyway. You notice if I take this and just near it, it's actually, they're all just the same version. Just kind of split over and reverse a little bit. But this one just keeps the colors. So I just take this, I save it as an SVG. So then I can or I have this background here, I'll just drag and drop it into PNG. And I'll just load. I just load the files from its source without bringing it in, not like it. But still, when you change it to a confirmation, so I'll just change this scaling this, scale it down a little bit. I want to keep it a little bit larger than my camera background, because I want to animate this background and kind of then I'll bring in the extra file, so I drop that as well. So, but it's not good, but right now it's not good. So the sub-camera preview, so if I can't see anything sort of gray, the background is gray here, like this, and it helps everything else be able to see what I got here. So then I can take and what I really want, right now the sun is on its own level, and then these are on their own as well. I want these to be separate. So these are all looking like gray, they're not right now, but they will all be here, some of the things. Right? So I can make a rescale the way. My selection tool, is double click on this one down here, go control X, and move it over to column 3, go control cut and paste. So it still appears there, but it's not really there. You can go back to this one, double click control X, column 4, control. So because I want these buildings to be animated on their own separate, well, to animate and move separately, I need they need to be on their own separate column. But now I'm talking it all together, and I can turn off the certain parts of it off too. Now it works better. Let's take our first column two here. Let's grab the animate tool. Let's move and scale it down first. And then do the scale all the way down to something inside. And then we'll position. First one. Back here. It's okay that it's going off the frame a little bit, I think. There we go. So this one one, I kind of want these the dark one to go black fill to be off. And then I want them to kind of animate up like this. So we'll start them down here. And actually, this is actually looking pretty good how it is right now. So I'm going to have everything rise up and then sliding left and right. So everything needs to be keyframed. It has a keyframe now, so that started doing several communication. So it sets some keyframes to the scaling position already. And then select the very first frame here, column 1. Hold down the shift key for column 4 and click. So they're all selected. Drag this handle down. Drag it all the way down to frame 100. It's taking a little bit longer because these are vectors. Whenever I look at vector, I notice with an SVG file that I imported, it kind of slows this down a little bit. So in this view anyway, if I can turn it to this, if I can disable this, it'll change it a little bit too. But just know that vector, at least for me, takes a little longer, especially because it's rendered animation. All right, now I'm going to come over here to the sun and go to the very last. So I already know I have a keyframe in frame 1. I'll go to frame 100 and we'll move that. And in fact, actually, what I want to really do is change it in the start. I want the sun to kind of be down here at first, and then I want it to end up there in the middle. So we'll have it end right here. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It's almost looking like it's causing an effect on this one, but it's not really. Okay, let's come over to this one now. And this is what I want to do. We want it to shift up and to the right a little bit. We'll go down to frame 100 on column 2. So they go into the back. And just move them up and over this way. Maybe quite this way. Right? And then I look at what how this is starting to look. So far, I think it looks pretty good like that. Then, okay, so now we come to column 3, and that's the one that appears in gray now, the view I'm in. And I'm going to, let's have it jump up and over this way a little bit. Or maybe just over and actually, maybe just more like over. And then we'll have, and now we'll do the last one. These ones are the ones that are going to be. Oh, I didn't do it. You know what? I just ended up moving it on frame 1. So I didn't actually create a keyframe on frame 100, which is what I wanted to do. Let's do that. Now, frame 1, on the frame 100 on column 4, and the keyframe. And they will just kind of go up and go slightly. So this is kind of how it will end. How it will end again. Let's see how that looks. So far, I can tell these buildings I want to do that. These buildings I want to do that a little bit more. And then I'm going to actually adjust the camera as well. So if I want to see exactly what the camera can see, I can just click this. It shows me what the actual camera will see. So I don't see the background changing. I mean, the out of the bounds of the camera. That looks pretty cool. And this is the rendering. So it looks like smoother and cleaner when we actually render it out. Just like that. So, yeah, I guess let's do the camera now. So for the camera, we'll go to the animation tab here, and we can actually adjust the zoom of this. So we can go in and select every one of these, scale the building larger, make the background larger, and give it the effect that we're like doing.
Puro escuadrón aquí. Puro escuadrón de... aquí con ese se va a armar. Puro escuadrón de la oxisación de mi pájaro y un chilote pa' tu boca. Qué raro, güey. Esto sí está más raro. ¿Qué es esto? Un ritual. Ya llegamos a la hora de la sanación, curación. A ver, ¿dónde están los ujieres? ¿Dónde está el diácono? ¿Dónde está el pastor? Ya llegamos aquí a la hora de la sanación, curación. Este es un personaje que el padre Melcacho es un personaje que ya vengo trabajando. Bien, entonces aquí qué y luego qué. Nada. Pues,
But
a
if we
ver.
could use, we can control just the camera. So to do that, we just come over here to use camera. We've learned before, it's in our shape schematic, the camera's just sitting over here. We can actually, we'll just do things with it, but what we really want to do is just select the camera and go down to Z. So we have the Z of our camera appear here in the function editor, and then we'll right click in frame 1 and go to set. Now we have the key set at 16, which is the distance away from the, look at this 3D mode, we can kind of see it's 16, I'm not sure what it is, but 16 units away. The field, depth of field is 16 away from our scene. And everything else is in our scene is on the same Z-axis. So the camera is kind of 16 away. So we can come down to 100, and by 100, we want it to be different. So we scroll down here. And again, we're doing it in the function editor because the camera is not really an object. It's not really a level that we're editing in a column. It doesn't have a column, so we have to change it down here. We'll click on 100, and then we'll say by 100, we would like it to be, and I'm going to come actually to this, to do this one. We would like the camera to be, I'll hold down the control key, and it's bring up this Z, and I can left click and zoom in. So see now the camera's shrinking down a little bit. We want the camera to be right in here. Right after that, really close to it, really close to that. So now, if we play it back, it shows everything. It's kind of confusing in this view. It shows everything that's going on. But if we switch over to the camera view, it's a much better picture. We see it's actually zoomed in here. The camera zooms in while everything else is happening. The only other thing I might want to change is to lower the camera, which we can do. We just go to the camera over here. Is the folder that says camera, and we want to go to the north, south, and adjust that as well. So north, south, right now it doesn't have a key frame, so we'll go right click, set key on north, south. We can also just select camera to see all the opposite ones, so this is kind of a good way to keep them separate. So north, south is set right there to 0, and then by 100, let's just move it down, have the camera looking. So now, we can zoom in here. Oh, look, I noticed there's a little bit of white space in the corner here. So one of our assumptions here is our background. We did not quite fully understand. So make sure this is there. We make the background. Now it's there. Awesome. I'm going to render this out since we haven't done a lot of rendering. I'm going to go file. I'm going to the render before. You have to have FFmpeg configured properly in order for this to work. I'll just pause the video and take 30 seconds to render. Okay, that's a little bit to render, like that's about 30 seconds. And it's because we're working in vector. And if I just go to render it out here, this is what our final rendering looks like, watching it back in GLC play. Pretty cool, huh? Well, go ahead and play with that, and we'll be moving to more of the camera, and there's actually some more things we can do.